Alrighty guys, hopefully your night's going good. I couldn't sleep, so I come out here and start working on this is the Indiana Doug sent us a neotec NH843, same thing as a 543 XP. My original plan was to steal everything off from it and put it into this chassis. Well, after I've got my numbers, did all the port work, did everything, I started checking it out real good, and the reason this thing failed is it's got the needle gauge is bad on flywheel side, and the other bearing is actually locked up and the crankshaft is turning inside the bearing, so that just shot that right out the window. But we can use this for parts to whatever fails on this. I'll just put this thing together as a 100% neotec and see how good we can get it to run. Might swap OEM flywheel and coil into it. I'm hoping the timing on the crankshaft is correct, because that would sure be a bummer. I'll probably check them when I have the flywheels off, bring them up top dead center, see where the flywheel key, and if it's not the same, I'll adjust one of the flywheels or whatever, or just cut a new keyway or larger keyway in the crank to get the timing where it needs to be. If it's anything like the 372s. But the port work's done. I did cut chamber. I will have to recheck my squish really good. Seems how I used this one to get all my measurements. The deck height might be different between the two of them, but at the very worst on that, it is either cut more off the base, or if it's too tight, I can either cut it off the piston or cut a little bit more out of the chamber. But I did cut the combustion chamber. I widened the exhaust. This thing was tiny. I don't think I could gotten a number 2 pencil, two of them side by side in there. The muffler had really nice hole, so I just made the hole the same size as the muffler and then widened it out. Exhaust is 105, transfers are at 120, intake is at 80, and I got that by taking it out of the piston. This is stratified. Down at bottom dead center, the stratos are breached by the intake, and it was that way from the factory. I don't dig that. I thought about filling that in with JB Weld, but the way my luck works, it just come out and suck in and blow up anyway. So port work is all done. I am beyond tired, so I probably will call this a night here, and I will get out here sometime tomorrow and in between Dad's naps or something, and see if I can get this little guy put together. I was really hoping I could use a lot of these OEM parts. I'm not going to switch gas tanks, and if this gas tank ever starts to leak, I will, but if this bottom end would have been good, I would have been putting everything on here, and this would have just had a Chinese piston, cylinder, side covers, carburetor, and some chain brake pieces. But if that crank wasn't turning on that bearing, I probably would have ordered bearings and split the case on it, but that's not worth the hassle, and I've got this one here. So I'm using this as a test bed to kind of see what way I want to go with these for when I do my OEM one that's in the box. So kind of cool little critters. Yep. So I think I'm going to call this a vid here. I opened up these lowers as much as I could. They're teeny weeny, and I did match the lowers. I brought this to bottom dead center and then marked it out, and that way I'm not breaching the crankcase to inside of here. On straddles, whenever I breach them, my throttle response suffers, and it seems like I lose some torque that way. And I think that's because when you breach them, you just changed all your case compression by, you know, by that much on each side of the piston. So I just try not to breach it. But you guys take it easy and have a good one.